Hello, guys. Good morning and welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, it's another day, and today we'll be talking about support and resistance, supply and demand. We've actually understood a little about market structure. So now, with the after understanding the market structure, we also need to understand certain points, certain things on the charts, also certain things about the market. All right, so this is actually the second part of our series, which is more of support and resistance. You remember we said when we were talking about market structure, we spoke about an uptrend where we have higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, sorry, let's take it again. We have higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Okay, now this is actually how our candlesticks looks like, right? It's actually how candlesticks looks like. Okay, so now how do we identify supports and resistance on this? We actually consider them as zones. So when the market is rising at the higher side, this is a resistance. Where the market hits, like here, is a resistance. It breaks through the resistance. Yeah. Now below, sorry, here is a support. Okay, this works more on a consolidation trend. Okay, you see here is a support and here is a resistance. The market was actually rising perfectly well. See, when it got to this resistance level, the market actually resisted the price from going up, and there was a little retracement to the downside, and the price actually clashed with a support. It hit on a support zone and went back all the way up and break through the resistance. And now when the market break through a resistance, automatically that resistance zone becomes a support zone. Okay, you see, now when the market break through resistance, it also went and met another resistance above. You see, this is another resistance, and here now is the support. When the market got to the resistance, you see it had to retrace a little and come down now, and when it got to the previous resistance, it automatically became a support. So it's the same thing on a downtrend. Okay, when the market is on a downtrend or in a downtrend, it actually acts the same. You see, we take it like from here, market goes down, gives a low, creates a little lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, and lower high. Okay, guys, now you realize that above here is a resistance zone. Okay, and when the market got to a resistance, it bounced back and started dropping. Okay, actually it's always advisable to draw it in zones. Consider them zones. Okay, because it might touch the zone and not actually a line. Okay, now you realize that this is a downtrend. And when the market came all the way down, it met a support and it bounced all back all up to a resistance. It came back and hit and break through the previous support and retraced back into it, cause it now becoming a resistance. It break all the way down, created another support, and from the support it retraced back to a resistance. So that's how it works. It's very easy, guys, to identify supports and resistance on your chart. So the third one now will be on a consolidation trend. Okay, like we earlier said on a previous video, consolidation is when the market gets up, it meets a support, bounce down to a resistance, up to a support, down to a resistance. Okay, so here you can just take your tool, draw a line across. See, anytime the market hits the resistance, it drops. Every time it hits the support, it rises. As easy as that. Which means if you are to trade off these zones, whenever you're at the support level, you buy. Whenever you're in the resistance level, you sell. All right, guys. So this is how it is. It's very easy. Now we'll go straight to our chart to see how it truly looks like in real life. Let it not be like we are just assuming things. Okay. You see, for instance, this is a resistance level. Okay. You see, whenever the market hits this level, it bounces. Hits, it bounces. And here is a support level. That's why I told you it's a zone. It's a zone. Whenever the market gets to the zone, there is a reaction. Okay. There's always a reaction. You see, the market touched here, went all the way up, touched here, came all the way down, touched here, went back, did not break, came back down, hit the same support level, and went all the way back to the resistance. And if we want to continue the line, you realize that it keep respecting the resistance level. And if you continue drawing the line ahead, you see that the support level keeps being respected. At times it breaks through, but it comes back above it. So this is how support and resistance work. Now let me just go to a trending market so that we can actually identify where to buy and where to sell. Okay. So when you are in an uptrend, we draw a line like this. Okay, we consider this one the support. We consider this one a resistance. Like I said, these are zones. We don't consider just one line. Always draw it like this, a little box around it. Draw a little box around it. Okay. So you can consider it an uptrend. You have another resistance here. Wherever you see the price reacting too much, you can consider it a zone. Have another resistance here because when the market got to this point, it actually reacted. Okay, guys, this is exactly what I told you earlier. So the market actually, this was actually a very strong support level. Okay, when the market finally break the support level up here, it continued going up. It actually met a resistance. where we have the little blue line. That's a resistance level. It struggled around the resistance, struggle, and finally break through the resistance. When it break through resistance, it met another support. When it met this, when it break through resistance, it met another resistance above. It bounced there and came back all the way down. And now this zone became a support zone. All right. And when the market struggled, it bounced off the support and went back all the way up to our resistance. From resistance, the market came back all the way down to our previous support zone and finally took enough power to break through the previous resistance going up, and now it came back down to our most recent support zone. So that's just how it works. So it's very simple. When the market is going up, anything above the price that resists the market is called a resistance, and what is below the price, the current price of the market, that permits the market not to go below, or a zone that the market meets a couple of times, we call it a support zone. Like here, you can call this zone a support zone because the market has been struggling to break through the zone number of times to no avail. All right, so we call that a support zone, and we call the one above a resistance zone. So what is support? Okay, a support zone is where the market bounces off several times, more than once. And a resistance zone is where the market bounces off more than once as well to the downside. So the market bounces on a support from the down and on a resistance from the up. All right, guys, I don't know if you are understanding, but if you have not understood to this point, just go back, replay, and understand it better. All right, on our next video, we'll still talk more on this to clarify you better. Thanks very much for watching this video. See you on the next video. Ciao.